Okay, now that you got your junk tire off, what you want to do is you want to put it down on the ground underneath the frame of your car, if it'll fit. Because this gives you a little bit of emergency if it falls down. This is, in my case, it's more realistic when I'm using both my tires. Then I put it underneath. If you've seen my other videos, my tires are underneath my gas tank. That way if the jack ever goes, everything lands on my two tires and the gas tank and it doesn't fall and crush me or damage any of my hub or anything like that. That's a big deal. So that's what you want to do there. Now you want to put your tire back on. You'll grab the tire out of your trunk. Since I'm not taking this one off, I'll show you how to do this. When you put your tires on, you want to make sure it's flush by pushing on the very bottom and the very top. And you want to tighten up the top one, hand tight, making sure that that's up top, hand tight, and then using your foot, you're holding the bottom, and you'll do the same thing. See that? The top is up, the bottom. And I'm jiggling my foot. See how this one's now loose again? Pushing forward on the tire. Okay, so the top and bottom one are hand tight. Now, that's the first thing you do. Now, it doesn't matter whether you've got a 3-bolt, 4-bolt, 5-bolt, 6-bolt, or 8-bolt, or 10-bolt pattern. It doesn't matter. The purpose of tightening the lugs on in a certain way is to keep the rim flush with the hub all the way around. You don't want a gap. You don't want this rim on an angle, on a tilt at all. You want it flush with no gap between the hub and the rim. So this is the reason why you put your bolts on in a certain pattern. And the purpose for that pattern is to push each side down in an even pressure all the way around, right? So on a 4-bolt system, you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, tighten, 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 until it's all tightened up. On a 5-bolt system, you would use like a star, 3, 4, 5, and you would just keep going around. Same with the 6, 7, 8. The pattern doesn't have to be exact all the time, but like I said, the purpose is to start on the top, put even pressure all the way around so that all sides of the rim are directly contacting the hub and tightening up so it doesn't snap into place or catch on a tooth here, and that's the whole purpose. So I've got an 8-bolt system. So I am going to thread these on. You will not be able to thread your bolts on your car as fast as I am mine. The reason for that is I just cleaned all of this stuff out, and there's a 99% chance that your car is all grimy like my truck was. But if you buy a $2 wire brush and you got some time, you know, then you can clean that shit out. Okay, so now they're all on and they're all snug. The wheel, there's no movement in the wheel anywhere around. It's all tight and flush against my hub. That's good. So I'm gonna go. Now remember, my tire is still off the ground. So what you want to do is you just want to tighten a little bit. Just enough to make it snug. Top and bottom. And then I'm gonna go to this side. Just put a little bit of pressure. And then I'm gonna go to this side and do the same. just a little bit. Then I'm gonna move up here. Because I got an 8-bolt, I'm gonna do this 4 and 4 now. That's on that side, directly across. Oh, see what happens? See how loose that is now? It's because the tire sucked in. This is why you do, if you did all one tire here all the way tight, and then that tire all the way tight, and then that one all the way tight, on this corner, it won't be flush. So, there we go, just a little bit. And I'm gonna come up here to this one. Just a little bit. And this one. Just a little bit. Okay, so now my tire is on flush and I'm still off the ground, but the tire is tight enough to the hub now that I can drop the jack down and put I don't know, let's say 50% pressure of the car on the axle and on the tire, and then I can crank the tires down in the same pattern as hard as I need to for them to be on. Cool, I'll show you that in a second, or at least probably the finished product of that.